stuff is there, and they're going at it, you're doing other things in the meantime, and then you're going back to that. Which might still be the case if we are a little smart about how we insert engineering families.
So
it's like one of the most consequential decisions.
Yeah, is there any way we know that this doesn't work unless it's totally catastrophic? Like, is the sign that it was a bad call that we send everybody home because we don't have ship outs?
This decision is one of those things I think we will either be like, that was one of the worst decisions we've ever made, and it just destroys our productive output for like weeks.
Sure.
Or we'll look at it and be like, that was the single best production decision we've ever made, and it actually has like revolutionized how we like run the shop. So let me catch you on that. You're very confused. Yeah, you can go do other stuff if you want. Yeah. They're all abandoning me. They've all left me. There's two major axes. We call them the axes of complexity. There's two things we struggle with.
only 2?
Actually, only 2.
Wow.
No, literally, only. This axis is wood variety. Variety. We offer a lot of different woods. Do you know how many different woods?
8?
What about finger jointed?
Oh.
Rustic.
It's not.
Yeah, it is. From our point of view. You're right, it's the same wood species.
Yeah.
But it's a different wood that we run. So I think the answer is like...
Probably 12.
Yeah, I think it's like 12 or 16,
yeah.
something like that. Is that 16 different woods?
Yeah, with finger jointed, actually, I think it's 18.
Oh.
Yeah.
You can't read that. That says engineering families. Different types of geometry, different types of things. This is potentially very, very, very consequential.
So I heard.
It is, no, it actually is. Here is, you love pivot tables.
I love them so much. That's why I wake up in the morning.
Pivot slug, yeah. What a pivot table is it's a way to understand this. You take one variable, that's an axis, another variable, an axis, and then the values in between are how those two things line up. So this is board footage. I took a month worth of sales orders or production demand, and I basically just said, well, what are the woods and what are the engineering families and how many board feet are in each of these cross sections? So if I look over here, there's my red elm, walnut, block elm, cherry, soft maple, Wenge, like these are all the different woods. Over here, these are all the different engineering families. So these are all the types of things we make. Right, and if I come all the way, yeah, I know there's a lot of them. So now, this is really good. I can tell you right now, we're gonna run in this slice of orders 18,000 board feet of red elm, all the way down to 23 board feet of lacewood. There's certain woods we need to run 18,000 board feet in a month.
Yeah.
In other woods, we just need to run like 25 board feet in a month.
Now, this is for every product we offer?
This is if you take an entire month of what we're supposed to build next. But now look at this. Now by engineering family, we have certain products that we need to run 30,000 board feet of.
Yeah.
And other products we need to run
0.8.
So that is where the complexity is. So we have woods that are really, really popular and woods that are not popular, and products that are really, really popular and products that are not popular. Currently what we do is we run 2 woods a day, and we do a lot of different engineering families in each of those woods. There's another way you could do it. You could actually rotate your understanding, and instead of running 2 woods in a lot of different part types, you could run instead a few part types in a bunch of different woods.
Yeah. So you're either favoring the product or you're favoring the wood type.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the downstream consequences of that decision are massive.
Oh, got the smoothie?
Not yet. 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So, I think this is gonna be crazy. We're gonna change this, and it's gonna potentially change a lot. When I look at this work right here, each of these pieces of paper, you can think of as an engineering family. It's a different type of part. So this part is different than that part, is different than that part, is different than that part. Every piece of paper is a different part. What you'll notice is that the woods are always uniform.
Right.
These are all walnut hobby vault panels.
Yep.
The parts are separated, the woods are uniform. And that's because over here, that's how they start the production process. So, this is Schmelm, all right? So everything that they're running, elm, 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 elm. So they're running right now in elm a huge variety of products. So that means that downstream, it's all gonna be elm in a bunch of different types of products. Potentially, we're gonna flip this. This cart right now is all elm in a variety of products. It would flip it in that this would be one type of part in a variety of different woods. Does this make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. It just seems like that makes the most sense. Like, it seems like we're doing it the right way.
It does, yes. It seems that way. From the rip operator standpoint, this is the thing. You're never eliminate. You can eliminate problems. Most often, it's about where do you want the problem. If this point in the production process, I make this as simple as possible, I'm probably making other things downstream harder than they need to be.
Possibly.
The problem we have as a company right now is not actually capacity. It's not a bottleneck. It's not about, oh, we need to push more stuff out. The problem is, are we pushing the right stuff out? That's what we're trying to address. That's why I took that whole month worth of orders, and I'm like, what is in here? I want to make sure we build everything we need to, because what's been happening is production controls, every month they're forgetting certain things. They're not being rigorous in making sure we're building everything we need to build.
They're more focused on just overall capacity.
They're focused on keeping everybody busy, keeping everything flowing, and they also aren't, they're just not thinking about the problem the right way. You have a low variety of woods, high variety of products coming out of the rip. And it smells bad. You know it smells bad. Why? Because you intuitively might be able to check, okay, what is intuitively wrong with this situation here?
The pallets aren't very full.
Yes, every pallet here pretty much has one type of product on one type of wood, maybe two types of wood. This is a magnetic dice tower baffle blank in Purdue. Theoretically, if I switch how I'm running this, the entire month's worth of magnetic dice tower baffle blanks will all come in at once. This wouldn't just be Purdue.
Yeah.
This would be the Purdue, the maple, the walnut, the lacewood, all of it right here on one pallet. See, it's a big change. When this is running to, say, the molder operator during that setup, he sets it up once, he runs the whole month.
But do we generally have to change a lot of like speeds and feeds or anything and stuff based on wood types?
No. So what we do is we generally, in our CNC department, we'll program our CNC for the worst wood, Purple Heart or Wenge, and then you basically run all the woods according to the worst setting. Because worst setting means you have to go slower, take more passes. So we basically program all of our machinery to the lowest common denominator. If you can make a cut good in Purple Heart, the cherry is easy.
Got it.
So this stack, so by the way, this one looks good. I like that. That's a bunch of work.
That's pretty good.
This, I don't.
Yeah,
it's so sad. Right?
Yeah.
It's so sad because we're limiting the number of wood changeovers at rip. You're maximizing the number of pallets and minimizing the amount of work on each pallet after rip. We've always run the company this way. I don't know what's gonna happen if we like invert it. So anyway, that's what we were just debating. Now that you understand what we're talking about.
I got it. I'm on board.
What do you want?
So I went over with Matt the change potentially. What do you give it? I don't know. What's your hot take, Ian?
I don't know. It could be brilliant, or it could be a disaster. Big brain spreadsheet decisions.
Yeah.
You know, it looks good on paper, and there's a chance it would also be good in reality.
Yeah.
But there's also a big chance that it just does not jive with reality at all.
How long would it actually take to do the full 180? You know what I mean? Like
like a half an hour.
Yeah.
We would just change the input strategy stuff would continue to flow out of the floor, and then we would just see as the new strategy like hits the next work center, the next work center, the next work center, what happens.
Yeah, how long would you have to watch that process before you actually see if it makes a difference?
You'd start to see what was happening in like days, and then I don't know how long before we knew the actual like impact of it.
A board foot's a board foot is a board foot.
Sure.
The rip, you know, Dave is feeding in a board, and that is X number of board feet. That's going to make some amount of parts. So we're going to control the total volume at rip, right? If we tell Dave run 4,000 board feet a day, or 2,000 board feet a day, or 3,000 board feet a day, that actually is what sets the pace. It's then once the flow has begun, how does it percolate through?
Yeah. One thing that could be a challenge is all these engineering families have different paths through the shop. You know, some of them hit like all the machining centers. Some only hit like 2. Unless we're really intelligent about how we put the engineering families in, we could create some bottlenecks we didn't have before. You know, hey, we decided these 3 engineering families first. All of them go there. Now that is like loaded. Only 2 people can work it. You can't speed them up. That stuff is sort of stuck until it can get through. Potentially.
Yep.
Because right now what's happening is because we're doing a wood-oriented production process, every time they're running elements, running a bunch of different engineering families. They're all running simultaneously, but they're running with sort of the lowest efficiency possible because the runs are going to be very, very, very small. If we turn that on its head, yeah, your pallets are going to get big.
But one department's going to get
But one department
smashed.
might get bofoed.
Yeah.
So
yeah. We've been changing a lot of things lately. Moving orders, like priority lists, all kinds of stuff moving around to try to get this gigantic inventory to start flowing out. It has not started really to flow out yet. We're bursting at the seams. If the change then delays ship outs another 3 weeks or something, like we'll explode. I would be more comfortable if we made some progress first and then tried it. Because I think we should. There is a non-zero chance that it's just way better. But I don't want to blow everything up.
What you say, what you say, what you say, what? We'll come like a bomb. We'll come like a bomb. Come like a...
Is this?
hot off the press.
Yeah, why aren't we in here?
Hot off. We've been in here.
Oh, have we?
I think we might have been in furniture today. I think we've been in furniture today. Outdoor living. Mike, when are we getting into outdoor furniture?
Yeah, outdoor.
Outdoor furniture.
Gaming outside.
ASAP.
Outdoor furniture's big.
These gamers need to touch grass.
You know what's big in outdoor furniture?